not like my voice. So, yeah. But okay, are you ready?
Yeah, let's go. Whoa.
Hey, you guys, we are back with another episode of BUGA Meets. And today with me, I have Kellan.
What's up with y'all?
Okay, so Kellan, what is your major, your year, and your hometown?
All right, so as you already said, my name is Kellan Fernelle. I'm a second-year mechanical engineering major from Fayetteville, Georgia.
Fayetteville. That's a first, I think.
The
I think that's a
Ville.
first.
Not many people know about it.
What high school did you go to?
Whitewater High School.
Okay, don't know what that is, regardless. But okay, period. So how has your year been so far?
It's been pretty good. It's been really fun, actually. Like, I'm on a bunch of, e-board type things this year, so I've been getting to interact with a lot of people and just really do a lot of things that I wasn't expecting to do.
That's real. That's good. So before we get into it, I have a 5-question icebreaker. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. First question is, what dog breed would you be?
Dang. Definitely think I would be like a bulldog, let's be honest. Go UGA, go dogs.
Okay, a bulldog. Comedy or horror movies?
Comedy, 100%.
Comedy. Okay. Cake or ice cream?
Cake.
Cake. Oh, really?
Cream cheese specifically.
Cream cheese cake.
Yes. Well, the icing cream cheese, but
Cream
cake.
cheese icing, on cake. Got you. Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music.
Apple Music, okay. Do you have like the same feature that Spotify has where it blends your music when it ends?
Yeah, I had to go into my settings. I had to make all the adjustments so it's personalized to me, but
Oh, okay.
I do now. Well, I really got both, but I use Apple Music more just because
Oh, you have both?
you got to mix it up every now and then. in my
Scared
opinion.
of you. No, babe. I'm on that family plan. That's all I got. Okay. And then last question is, what age do you feel?
In terms of physically?
Physically and mentally, I guess.
All right. I
So
definitely feel about 35. Why? Because I feel like I got a lot of wisdom stored up, but physically I feel like some days I'm ready to go, but other days I'm like, dang, I need a nap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, 35. Kellan is 35, guys. Okay. Now we're really getting into it. So you are a sophomore
Yes.
and you said mechanical engineering.
Yes.
So how is your year going in terms of being a sophomore? So academically, reflection over freshman year, and just progressing through your collegiate journey.
Yeah, so sophomore year's been interesting academically just because I'm starting to get more into my engineering coursework compared to last year where I was taking more gen eds and if it wasn't an engineering course, it was very, very intro. You have to take a graphics class, which I love that class. That was really fun. And then a computational methods class. Did not like that class. But besides that, this year it's been kind of calm. Last semester I took Calc 3. I took this class called statics, which is a combination of calculus and physics. And then I took some other classes in between because I forgot you need humanities and stuff like that to graduate. And then thankfully I got into the engineering college at the end of the semester. So
Driftmeyer.
let's go.
Yes, congratulations on that. So what all are you involved in here on campus?
All right. So for the past 2 years I've been in the Red Coat Band. In SGA. This is my second year in Forum. First year Forum. I'm a PO. Let's go Forum. Yeah. Shout out to Arisa.
You're with the real team. Forum Eats.
Yep. I'm also a part of NSBE. That's the National Society of Black Engineers, where I'm under my amazing co-Deborah as the pre-college initiative chairs.
Okay.
And then, my most recent accomplishment, I'm a part of OL 25.
Period. Orientation leader. And we are working on class of 29, correct?
Correct.
That's so insane. What is the most fun and exciting thing you've experienced in NSBE?
Ooh. Okay, so I guess it kind of ties into what I'm doing now. Last year, I volunteered with NSBE Junior, which is essentially going to J.J. Harris Elementary School and Barnett Shoals Elementary School, and just putting on engineering programs for them or just STEM programs in general, and seeing how they react with it, because it starts out they're very shy at first because they want to talk about really not engineering at all. But then it's like you're like, hey, like let's make this paper airplane, and something as simple as that. They're not even aware that that's engineering until at the very end when they're doing like reflections and seeing how they like had so much fun like racing and making improvements to all the things that they at first thought they couldn't do. It was very nice to see the growth, and it really warms my heart.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. How did you find out about NSB and get involved in NSB?
Okay, so I did this program, the summer bridge program called LSAMP, where essentially like they took a couple. You had to be a STEM major, a minority in STEM, and they would give us some time to spend a summer essentially in July at UGA, just taking on like
Oh, that's
coursework,
cool.
which was biology, chemistry, and math, I believe. And we just got to tour labs and stuff like that. And one of my counselors, her name was Debbie. She came and essentially like put us on to everything that we needed to join. And Nesby was one of the main things. And so the minute we got to campus, went to that first meeting, stayed for
Yeah.
life.
Are you talking about Debbie who graduated last year?
Yes.
Oh, we love Debbie. Miss her so
I miss you, Debbie.
bad.
If you're
No,
watching
for
this.
real, Debbie plug. She's so amazing. What has been the most fun and exciting thing you've experienced with your new position as an orientation leader?
Hmm. I'm not gonna lie. It's like I guess finding out that I was one, because we haven't really done too much yet. But the day that we got those fireworks and we would walk into Tate and everybody would just be cheering you on. That was very nice
Yeah.
because I got to see all my favorite orientation leaders from the past. Shout out Nick Chansey and Praneet if you watch this
You have
too.
a lot of plugs.
A lot of plugs. I'll shout out everybody if I can today. But nah, it's like it was really heartwarming to me because those people supported me throughout the whole application process and really helped me kind of figure out that I actually do want to do this, considering
Okay.
the time commitment that it's going to be and that
Yeah.
the impact that I'll make.
Okay, yeah. So like you said, considering the impact versus like the time commitment, what really like inspired you to do it outside of the people who already done it before?
Yeah, so when coming to UGA, I wasn't really sure. I didn't take a tour, first of all. So I had no idea
Same.
what the campus looked like. I had no idea what the population looked like. All I knew was what I heard. And all I heard was, man, there's no black people at UGA. They don't got no black people. And so when I got to orientation, Nick, he essentially was a black male orientation leader and he was engineering. So when I got my chance to go to like fourth quarter, he came and he kind of just talked to me and talked me through like, and Kenya too. Shout out Kenya. Because she told me too, she was like, yeah, look, there's plenty of black people here. Like, trust. When you go to events, like, we're very inclusive and we're very connected. And so at that point, I actually saw it when I got here, considering I was like, I don't know, because I don't see a lot of black people here right now. Like, but that truly inspired me because I feel like that really gave me comfortability and it really reassured me that I actually was going to enjoy UGA and like it as my home. That's not the only thing that I think about when when I was deciding for a school, but it definitely was a major factor.
Yeah.
And they really set the tone for me.
Sold that for you. Yeah. And then that inspired you to be an orientation leader now.
Oh, yeah. I want to essentially do the exact same thing because I'm sure there's people out there who are about to come to UGA and be like, man, like this demographic, 6%, 7%, 8%, I don't really know. But I want to reassure them, like, even if the number is not that great, like, I promise
so
you,
many of us.
there's so many of us here.
Yeah, that's really good and very impactful. What inspired you to join Forum in comparison to all the other first year programs? I've had a couple people come on here. Arissa's been on here. Trey's been on here. Other people who are in SGA and they swear Forum is not the best. But me, you, and Arissa, we're Forum. So what is your experience and perspective on Forum?
Well, number one, I don't know anything about those other groups like that, like Senate. I'm glad y'all are making some type of change. Connect, cool, I guess. Shout out Trey. But no, Forum. When I was deciding on what to join, there was really two factors about it. So number one, I was in Redcoats, so I can only make it to meetings on certain days. So that automatically cut out Senate. So it was either Connect or Forum. And then number two, I knew I wanted to do some type of volunteer and service, which was what I was doing in high school with a couple of organizations that I was in. And so Forum was obviously literally volunteering in the community all the time. So I kind of just went with the obvious choice. And I found my home there. So I've just been loving it ever since.
Yeah, Forum is so amazing. And the whole entire aspect of community service and that being the basis and connecting with the Athens-Clarke County community is very impactful. So that also resonated with me as well. So next question is, why and how did you decide UGA was a school for you, and why did you choose it? Like, did you apply to other schools, and what other schools?
Yeah, so I applied to about 10 schools in total. And what I was really looking for in a school was, of course, decent educational program, location, because I knew I didn't want to be crazy far, but I didn't want to be right next to my parents.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely money. Money is 100% a factor. I have two
Mhm.
other siblings in college, one that goes to UGA and one that goes to LSU.
Okay.
So I knew I didn't want to have a heavy burden on my parents, excuse me, because
Hmm.
they knew they wanted to help all three of us like make it through
Yeah.
and not have loans like the way they did.
Hmm.
So 100% that was a fact. I was really close to applying to more like how should I say, more engineering based schools,
Hmm.
because obviously though UGA is a great and growing program, there's definitely like the Georgia
Yeah.
Techs of the world,
Hmm.
but I definitely also wanted that social aspect as well, because I feel like, I like the balance that UGA
Yeah.
brings as a very well funded growing program in the engineering college compared to like Georgia Tech, where it's like we're all business,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a great degree,
Yeah.
but what's the cost?
Yeah.
You know
At
what I'm
what
saying?
cost?
And so, like I said, when I came to orientation, like it really kind of solidified all these things, and the summer bridge program, because it showed me all the opportunities that UGA presented with undergraduate research, etc., like study abroad, stuff
Hmm.
like that I could potentially pursue. And at that point, like,
You were
I
sold.
was sold, yeah.
You were sold. What was like your top 3 out of your 10?
So, I guess UGA was technically my number one. I didn't
Okay.
really have a number one, to be
Mhm.
honest. Number two was going to be Clemson.
Oh wow.
And then number 3 was a tie between LSU, because my sister went there and they have a
Mhm.
great band,
Mhm.
and North Carolina A&T.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I applied to North Carolina A&T
Yeah.
too.
And Cat seemed really cool at the time. So
Yeah.
like, and I love their band. So
Mhm.
I was very interested in like getting that kind of different experience, because the high school I went to was kind of similar to UGA in demographics.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. So your goal also was to play in band
Yes.
wherever you went to as well.
Like-
Okay. So that was a consideration as well.
I knew I wanted to still play my clarinet at least for a year or
Mhm.
two, because I enjoy playing. It's a very nice hobby, and I really don't want to lose the skill.
Yeah.
So
That's understandable. So I know you're a twin, correct?
I am a
You're
twin.
a twin. And then you said you have another sister. I'm assuming she's older than both of you guys?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
older than us.
All right, got you. And she goes to LSU,
Yes.
and y'all both go here to UGA. Okay, that's
That is
cool.
true. Shout out Kendall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is it having your sister here at school with you, and also being a twin in general?
So as a twin, you already know we have those special twin telepathy. And, like, I feel her pain, she feels my pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking what she's thinking. A lot of people don't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we feel special. But
Mhm.
really, I'm not gonna lie, she's my best friend. She really is.
Aw.
Like, if I talk to somebody every day, it's her. And if I have somebody to tell something to, it's her.
Yeah.
Like, she knows all my business. I know all her business. And I'm not gonna lie, she gets on my nerves all the time, just as much as I get on her nerves. But I love her very much, and
Yeah.
I'm glad she's here, because coming to UGA as a school as big as this, she was the
Mhm.
only person that I knew I could rely on right away.
Yeah.
So that
That's
was kind
so
of nice.
fun, so sweet, so amazing. Such twin love. I love that.
Hey, don't tell her I said all that, but
I'm gonna post that as the clip for your Instagram.
Ooh, that specifically? I'm just playing.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, that is so sweet. Okay. What are the top 2 things you have done at UGA that you're most proud of, and why?
Okay, this is in no order, but number 1, starting my party group. Me and my shout out NDP, first of all, 10TL, all of my friends. I actually could not have done something more fun. Like, if anything has made my college experience so far, it's planning these parties with these guys. Like, I could not have imagined in high school, like, doing any of this. Like, contacting venues, like, figuring out budgeting and stuff like that, throwing anything, even just, like, talking to a DJ about, like, hey, like, can you come DJ my party? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel so, like, grown and cool. You know what I'm saying? And the most fun part about it is, like, we laugh throughout the whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
we take it very seriously, but we're very unserious at the same time.
Balance once again.
Yeah, and I don't think I could do it with anybody else. And I really feel like we're trying to do something that has never been done before, especially because we started as freshmen, which
Yes.
we got it out the mud. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's just difficult moments, but I smile through it just because, like, I really enjoy it.
Mhm.
And I hope the people enjoy it too. Be on the lookout for the future, but we're only just beginning.
Yeah.
So,
That's your
and it's
one.
been one thing I can say too is like BUGA has been very receptive.
Mm-hmm.
Like for some, maybe if they were like older, it was a little more difficult to get them on board. But we've definitely had our great supporters. Like I want to shout out like anybody who from the beginning either bought a ticket or like even was promoted us for a little bit because that's hard and you really don't have to. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed that very much. And then number two, is probably I don't want to forget anything because I do have a couple things in mind. It's probably like okay, so we did this project in Forum like with ACCA, and while this technically was like I was just helping out with it, we essentially were like helping like with gardening and everything, and like picking up all the stuff and cleaning the garden and stuff like that for the elderly people at the community. And for some reason, it was like a lady. She came up to us and she was just like, "Thank you. I really appreciate all you've done because not many people really come back here. Like they kind of like pack groceries and stuff like that, but no one really deals with the garden. It's something that we really like to look at and enjoy." And that like moment really stuck with me because I was like, man, like I didn't really think I was doing that much, especially because we had never interacted with any of the residents before. But it was like, man, this is crazy. I really am doing something. And so that's kind of like kept me driven and going. That's really what made me come back to Forum again to be a PL. So
yeah,
I want to give somebody else that experience.
Yeah. That is so great that you were able to have that moment and connect with that resident to impact you in your perspective on service. I know you're only a second year, so what more are you looking to do or to get into with the rest of your time here at the University of Georgia?
So 2 things that I talked about earlier that I still have not done, which I'm still looking out to do, is number 1, study abroad. I'm in the process. I'm getting a passport.
Okay.
I got some stuff.
That's
I'm filling out the paperwork.
Yeah.
That's the first step.
Yeah.
I know I can do it.
Yeah,
it's been
can.
a struggle. I'm a procrastinator. I'm not gonna lie, very badly. So it's like I'll start and I'll be like, I'll get the rest done tomorrow, and tomorrow turns into the next day, and then next week, and then next month, and I'll just stop. So I've been filling out the paperwork day by day. And then number 2 is kind of like getting an internship / doing research. Just because I feel like starting now, I want to start getting my head into the field. I don't feel behind or anything, but I definitely think I should start gaining more experience as I'm going through my coursework, so I can finally apply what I learned in class outside. So I'm very excited.
So are you looking to have an internship this upcoming summer?
Well, I can't this summer because of orientation, but
yeah, that just slipped my mind. Forgot about that.
Yeah,
no. But I do also think that this summer is the best summer to be an OL as well as a sophomore. So
I couldn't agree more. I'm not gonna lie.
A win is a win. This says what is your best UGA memory so far, but we can do what are your top 2, I guess. Memories.
Okay. Top 2 UGA memories? Ooh. All right, number 1 is when we had our NDP, had our little Snella Shake event last year. Like that was like our first ever like remnants of a party. So having actual I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that many people to go.
Yeah,
like
that's understandable.
I'm gonna be completely transparent. I was like, man, it's probably just gonna be our close friends and everything. People just gonna like maybe pop out for a second. But then when we watched that line go out the door and then everybody was crowding around when we were playing music, I was like, hold on, wait a minute, wait.
Y'all have something cooking.
Did we just do something here? Like, what the heck?
Mind you, it's Snelling.
And that was the crazy part. And though it didn't last very long, that moment set the spark. You know what I'm saying? So that's 1. And then number 2, what other moment should I add in there? Oh, okay. So I threw an RA event last semester. It was my first one ever. And that's another thing I didn't really think people were going to come to, especially because like planning RA events, I'd never done it before, and that takes a good bit of time and effort to see what your residents actually want to go to. Because I remember when I was a freshman, I was not going to those RA events. I was not going. And so asking my residents like what they wanted, they were like, yeah, let's do this, let's do a basketball tournament. And I was like, okay, I think I could do that. And it was during like one of the breaks, so it wasn't as like heavily crowded as I would think it would have been. But I got residents from different buildings to show up.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, oh, whoa. And then shout out RBA Luke at Brumby Hall. He helped out and he popped out. And it was just something very nice. Yeah. Like, it was very unexpected. Got to connect with some guys from like Russell and like Creswell, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a cool moment. Yeah,
Felt
that
very
is really
proud.
cool. I know we didn't speak much on RA, but how has your experience being an RA been? Because I know how that is as a former RA, as well as being in a high rise.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot actually. Like outside of the benefits that it gives, I enjoy my residents a lot. Like they really like to talk, considering to my experience when I was a freshman, I lived in building 1516. So I mean, you really had everything in your room. You didn't really need to leave.
Yeah.
So sharing a bathroom, that was something different because had never done that. But like talking to them in the hallways or like seeing them all like convene together and then be like, "Hey, Kellan, like, come on, like, can you answer this question for us? You can't help us with this or that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
like, I got you." And then like the RA staff at Brumby, like, that's got to be the most like family environment I've ever seen because when I mean like someone's always in the workroom, they're always telling you, "Hey, like, let's go to Snelling or let's go to O House, let's go get some food or let's talk about this." And our like staff meetings don't even feel like staff meetings. We're kind of just talking.
Yeah.
And our boss, he's really cool. His name is RHD Jared. He's
Yeah. I met him the other day. He is really cool. He's really cool.
The most laid back boss
Yeah.
I've probably ever had in my life. But at the same time, like he knows when to flip that switch.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, it's perfect.
Balance.
And then like I said, we also have GRs. Like they're very helpful. And you know, overall, like Brumby is if I could, it's right now for me, it's the best campus dorm. So
wow, best campus dorm.
hey,
Kellan says it's Brumby.
argue with your dog.
Okay, period. Brumby on top, he said. So what have you learned from your failures and or your experiences here at UGA so far?
What I've really learned, or probably the biggest thing that I've learned, is that first of all, it's okay to fail, and that you should fail, because growth can only be achieved through failure, in my opinion. I failed a lot. I'm just gonna be honest, like whether it's academically, socially, whatever. And I take those experiences and I really just apply like, what could I have done better? And what can I do differently? Because then it's like, it's leading me to different experiences. Like if I had to give a blank example, I I went into my first group interview for the visitor center and I did not do great. That was probably my worst interview in a while.
Okay.
And I got cut first round. And that hurt my little heart. That hurt my little heart. You know? Went home, like, you know, teared up a little bit, but we shook it off. But then when I came back for like my RA interview or my Taste Society interview, ooh, I nailed those.
You ate it up.
I nailed those really bad. And it just kind of showed me, it was like, man, like maybe I just wasn't supposed to have that opportunity. Maybe it was supposed to open the door for another.
Yeah.
Because if I got that visitor center job, I wouldn't be able to be an RA right now. Or, you know, I mean, that doesn't affect Taste Society. But the minute I didn't get that visitor center call, sooner or later, the next interview I did was for Taste Society. So I got that call sooner or later. And that was, that just, you know, that was very nice too.
I just did Trey the last episode, and he said rejection is redirection. So yeah,
that's wise words from a wise man.
Yeah. One quick sec. Don't move.
I told you about that. I saw that a while ago.
It was up there a while ago. Yeah, you probably should have told me, but it's okay. We're almost done and wrapping it up. What makes BUGA, and what makes BUGA for you, or what has made BUGA for you?
So in my opinion, what makes BUGA is definitely like the connection around campus. Like if someone's in BUGA and you're trying to like go into a space where you're unfamiliar. Ooh, someone in BUGA will really literally like get you in there. They will connect you really bad.
Yeah.
Cause like I just know things like SGA. I was just very unfamiliar. There wasn't SGA at my school, and I think I ran into JC, and she got me right. Like she didn't introduce me to Forum, but she did introduce me to some of the programs. And then Arissa, when I got in there, became my main source of contact for Forum because she was a PL that year.
Yeah.
And it's like, whenever you just go somewhere, if you really need some assistance, you know you can rely on somebody in BUGA because they will really give you the clear cut. What is this? What's happening? What do you need to be? What do you need to do to be successful? And I feel like it's very homey for everybody. And no other community, in my opinion, connects the way that we do. Now, what makes it BUGA for me? Definitely probably like some of the traditions. Like I love the cookouts. The cookouts be, that food be hitting.
Cookouts be fun.
They be hitting every time. And then I love to dance, so The music.
Yeah.
Like I'll listen to the same 10 songs every party. I'll listen to the
Every
same 10 songs
party.
every cookout. Even for events and orgs, like shoot, put on a little bit of music. I'll listen to that same song again.
Yeah.
But that's just me, and I feel like I really enjoy it. And I feel like nothing else on campus is like it, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, that's understandable. I enjoy and love BUGA as well. One more pause. Let me just plug this up so we don't have to. Because if I stop it, it's gonna mess up my edit. Anyways, so speaking of BUGA, what is your favorite BUGA event?
So, fun fact, I've actually missed both homecoming tailgates because I've had to go to the game.
Oh yeah, because you're in band.
Yeah, so probably G-Day.
G-Day?
Because I went last year, because I ran from that G-Day game all the way to...
Myers?
Yes.
Really?
And that was probably the most fun experience. That, outside of like the ASU cookout at the beginning of the year, like I really enjoyed that too. But
yeah.
G-Day, I don't know why, that was just different. And Quavo was there, so it was like, whoa.
Everyone has started to say that G-Day is one of their favorite events, which is like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. It's like a more intimate homecoming, so.
Yeah, hey, well, stay with me. I may think homecoming sooner or later, depending on how my fall semester goes. But
okay.
We'll see, because I can't miss 4 years of it.
No, you cannot. No.
Yeah.
No. You cannot miss any more homecomings. That's real. So as we're wrapping it up, do you have any advice for BUGA and the ones to come behind you?
If I had to give any advice, it would definitely be like, cherish BUGA as a community, but don't just stay there.
Yeah.
Like, definitely broaden your horizon. Like, I know people who I've talked to say they wish they did this, they wish they did that. Don't waste your opportunities or regrets just because you're comfortable. Being uncomfortable is something that is going to be dealt with your entire life, and it's the only way you're going to grow.
Yeah.
So figuring out what your hobbies are, maybe what your interests are, can really guide you, and it'll really make you some other friends who may be some very, very, very important connections for you in the future. So take advantage of all opportunities.
That's very good advice. Do not put all your eggs in one basket within BUGA.
Right.
All right. So that was my last question. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you would like to say?
Yeah. Oh, House the best dining hall.
I agree.
Dogs on top.
Every time.
Follow me on Instagram if you can find it.
No plugs.
Nah, I can't plug it here actually, but and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode of BUGA Meets, and we will see y'all next time. BUGA out. LOL. Great job. That was really good. You did really good.
I want to shout out everybody that's been in like the podcast world, because like y'all really put on for the city. Like y'all been doing really good.
Thanks.
I've been listening to the streets. The streets been like, wait, you're going on BUGA Meets?